If you're the mom of an 18 to 25-year-old, stop scrolling. Some observations as a parent coach and a mom whose 5 kids are 17 to 35 years of age. I did a video in early August that came from a place of just really being overwhelmed at the idea of how many kids are struggling between the ages of 18 and 25. Not all kids, but a lot of kids. In my opinion, that video was misinterpreted and actually got to well over 1 million views and has been stitched by thousands of kids. Had absolutely no intention of that happening, but it did. I've been observing what's coming back at me as a result of doing that video. One of the things that I learned was that a lot of what our kids have seen on social media from a young age has really affected them. Things like 9/11 and school shooting, video of school shootings, decapitations they happen to come upon. And I think that we're really seeing the ramifications of what we were told for a long time was not healthy for our kids to have so much video and or screen time and gaming, all the things, whatever we've been involved in this daily digital use for the last, 10 years. And our kids have really grown up in this. And we were told this wasn't healthy, but now I think we're really seeing the result of what kids have seen too much of and at too early of an age. And it's affected them, it's traumatized them. And I don't think we can minimize that or just say, well, we had to deal with whatever when we were their age and they haven't had to deal with that. I don't think we can equate whatever it is we went through with the kind of world we live in today. Another thing young people have said over and over again is that they've had to deal with their parents' lack of emotional health, and that being pushed onto them. And I think there's a major reason for this. Many adults today have a difficult time looking inside of themselves because of the way that we were raised. For the last several generations, the focus has been on our behavior. And when we behaved the right way and did all the right things, our parents loved us. We performed for that love. The behavior was more important than the connection and building the relationship. Often when we were punished, it was in a way that made us feel ashamed of ourselves. Many of us grew up feeling that we were unworthy and not enough. And instead of taking the time to really process and integrate that into who we are and realize that really wasn't true, we have inadvertently projected onto our kids. I want to tell you it's never too late, but stop white knuckling it through the parenting of your young adult or your teenager. It's time to shift the focus from their behavior and what they're lacking and not doing and into building a relationship and connection with them. I believe that as Gen Xers, we can make a difference in the way that we're parenting these kids, even if we're nearing the end of that active parenting phase. There is a shift that needs to take place from focusing so much on your kids' behavior and their output and their outcomes and their achievements into building a relationship with whoever those kids are that came into your life. They may not be who you expected them to be, but get to know who they are and guide them into their best selves. Whatever that is, whoever that is. It's more than time for us to change the way we're raising kids.